Boys only club. Boys only club.
Thank you, honey boy. Cool. Thanks so much, man. Ian Doki, everybody. The man that we all thought, whose legacy ended at SourceFed, is back. Close the door now.
Okay.
Goodbye, little boy.
My pop filter's upside down and it's making me confused. Do you like my schematic?
Yeah, I think it's okay. I don't know if I'm interested in a couch.
I know.
For the Boys Only Club set.
I know. Me neither.
But I'm also not sure if I'm interested in the three-way couch that they had at SourceFed. You know, the third person.
That's my favorite set.
But it also made everybody really tired. Remember that? That was like a huge issue. And maybe it was after your time.
I think it's good. No. It's because it was always shot after lunch, which was the same problem with Table Talk. I think that's why everybody was tired.
Nobody records anything worthwhile after lunch.
Yeah,
ever.
After lunch is the dumbest time to record something important or like high energy. There's no energy. You're digesting. It's busy.
I have a window between 10:30 and 11 that I shine in. Everything after that is not a golden hour at all.
Just
it's a golden shower, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to the Boys Only Club podcast, episode 20.
20.
This episode is a full-length one.
What a ripe age. Oh, yes, it is. Finally. Wait, last week's was a full-length one.
I thought it was only like 35, 40 minutes.
No, it was a 44-minute podcast.
That's not full-length. Full-length is an hour, I think.
Well, in the beginning, our full lengths were about 45 minutes. And then suddenly it jumped to 55 minutes randomly. And then we had a 20-minute one. And then we had a 6-minute one. And now...
A 6-minute one. Hey, do you hate the audio for this podcast? We do, too.
We're going to fix it. We bought stuff today to fix it. We're sorry about that.
Well, sort of.
We ordered it.
We bought stuff that won't fix the echo.
Oh, yes. We're super sorry about the echo. Should I just talk into like a piece of sound foam? Actually, I wish we could turn the camera around and just show all of this garbage sound foam.
We have the most disgusting amount of sound foam layered in this office. Let me see if this actually...
This is supposed to... Okay, yeah. What does it sound like now?
Oh, wow.
Better, right?
Barely. Actually, there's still a little bit of echo. Even when I do this.
Echo?
How does this happen? Maybe it has to go directly into this side.
I think maybe we need to corner ourselves.
Hey, how does this look for you? Does it sound good? Oh, wait, you can't hear it.
I can't hear it. You have the headphones in. What do I sound like?
You sound fine, actually.
Really?
And then here, remove the foam and...
Hi, what do I sound like?
Sounded exactly the same.
Oh, see how the sound foam doesn't work? Even though there is This looks decrepit, though. We got to get a shot of this from the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. We need a carpet in this room, first off. We need...
Carpet? Yes! I forgot the carpet would absorb stuff.
Raina, we just talked about that for 10 minutes before this.
No, you didn't. I was in the bathroom, remember?
Yeah, and then you were like, how do we get to this conversation? Because Ian was talking about
he asked me if the word Orient or Oriental is offensive, and I don't really think so. Like, when I was younger, Oriental was normal to say about Asians.
That was 53 years ago.
I know, but I feel like if I'm not offended, nobody else should be offended.
So you don't like it when people get offended for you?
No, I don't care. I really don't care.
But what if someone else of your culture was offended?
Oh, they're dumb.
What makes them dumb? Why is it that a word like Oriental would be offensive to somebody else and not you, and they're wrong?
Because they're dumber than me. Well, I actually genuinely don't, because I'm not offended by it, I do not know what's wrong with that word.
So, what is
I actually don't know what's wrong with it. You know what I mean? Like...
I'm going to look up what is wrong with the word Oriental, because I don't know the history for it either. I just know that a lot of people are offended by that.
Yeah. Like, okay, for example, the word Jap is supposed to be offensive. It's shortened for Japanese people, and that's the term they used when we were
in World War II?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we were like referred to as. So I understand if that holds more, offensive meaning to it.
Like, for instance, the Jap in the TIE fighter is headed inbound.
Exactly. Like I get it. I'm still not offended by it, but that I understand. Oriental to me doesn't really hold any kind of terrible notion. I don't really get it.
Well, here's an interesting article by the Los Angeles Times by a woman named Jane Tsuchiyama. Is that how you pronounce that?
It's Chiyama. But close.
Tsuchiyama?
Tsuchiyama, yeah.
Close?
Yeah.
And the title of the article is called "The Term Oriental is Outdated, but Is It Racist?" Does something outdated make it racist? I mean, people don't call people midgets anymore. They call them, is it little people or dwarves?
I don't know. I think they're all kind of
Never met
great.
one, so I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's see. The admonition has the force of law. President Obama recently signed a bill prohibiting use of the term in all federal documents. So it is... outdated for sure. At long last, this insulting and outdated term will be gone for good. But what makes it insulting?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Because she's even like, She even refers to herself as an Oriental. I am bemused. Apparently, Asians are supposed to feel demeaned if someone refers to us as
Thank
Orientals.
you, Tsushiyama. I feel the same way.
But good luck finding a single Asian American who has ever had the word spat at them in anger. I mean, what is that? Who'd
be like, you stupid Oriental and your tiny slitty eyes?
I could see someone with red hair, an older lady, saying that to somebody.
A ginger.
Yeah.
Saying it to like a me.
Now, there are a bunch of other words they use right here that
Let's do it.
Nope.
Wait, let me do it. I'm allowed to.
They said, but Oriental isn't in the canon. I love Tsuchiyama.
Tsushiyama's great. Oh, whoa. Can I say these? Wait, these are weird.
I mean, you can. I can't.
I kind of can't say. Well, one of them is slant eye. I already said squinty eye, so I feel like I already crossed that off. Zipper head? What the fuck is that?
I forget the meaning behind that. I feel like I've heard that term before.
What? What's nip? Why is that bad? Nip.
I've never heard that.
Me neither. I've never heard zipper head or... I mean, yeah, I know you said you've heard it, but...
So it goes on to say, literally it means the Orient or of the East as opposed to of the Occident or of the West. So we could be called Occidentals.
Oxys, Occident. Oh, I've heard of that actually before, but in a very like specifically linguistic manner.
Doesn't have that same click though.
No, it really doesn't. But like, I don't understand. So Ian asked me like, why, or is it offensive or not? And I said no, because I'm not personally offended by it. But and I specifically said like, it makes sense. Like the sun rises from the East. Like if you call us the Orient, like there's many reasons to call
Honestly,
us that.
that's very noble and pretty cool.
It's kind of nice actually.
But
I
I'm
don't
hoping
mind.
that she reveals later why it's not cool. So she also talks about the word Jap. She
Okay,
says,
yes.
It's just, I mean, it's obviously the shortening of the word Japanese, but that
Yeah.
one stings as 127,000 Japanese Americans were carted off to internment camps during World War II. They were repeatedly referred to by their fellow citizens and the media as Japs.
Yeah.
So that one has some context, which is nice.
Totally.
The problem with Oriental,
Is that there is no problem?
they said it feels like it has it's freighted with luggage. But why though? Stop getting to the. I mean,
I know
clickbaity.
It's talking in such, I don't know. It's so abstract. It doesn't even land on anything.
So here's the big quote.
I saw your eyes light up.
A funny thing I noticed is that my Caucasian colleagues, not my Asian colleagues,
Yeah.
are most eager to remove Oriental from public discourse.
Right. Ooh, I don't. Why? You don't have to do that.
They said that they claimed that the continued use of the term perpetuates inequality, disrespect, discrimination, and stereotypes towards Asian Americans. But how? She says that she doesn't see it this way. She sees a self-righteous. She sees self-righteous, fragile egos eager to find offense where none is intended.
Yeah. That's a little bit how I see it. Like, why fight for something that doesn't offend you personally? Like, I'm sometimes offended for my friends, but beyond that, I'm not. I don't know. You don't have to fight for us.
White people like to tell Asians how to feel about race because they're too scared to tell black people, says Margaret Cho. I'm not sure how she was introduced.
Oh, that's really intense.
So we're
That's-
taking it out on
Us.
Asians.
Yeah, take it out on me. It's fine.
In my field, the world. I'm done reading this article, but
Yeah.
we get the point of
Yeah,
white.
it's
So
not really that offensive to us actual Asians.
I also feel like that's the same way with people who get mad about whitewashing Japanese movies or any movie.
We never actually, I think, talked about Ghost in the Shell. But
You don't give a shit, right?
I don't give a shit. And also, they did a huge street interview with Japanese people in Tokyo about how they feel about Scarlett Johansson depicting.
And they're all the same. They're like pretty hot.
Well, yeah, they're actually, yeah, I know. That was stupid. But they're all like, well, of course she was chosen. Look at how gorgeous she is. I'm so happy that my culture is being represented by somebody so beautiful and like formidable as an actress, is what everyone said.
That's awesome.
Like literally, they were like, I'm proud that somebody as huge as Scarlett Johansson wants to play this role that we're kind of like, that our certain sect of people are known for.
Now, are those the majority that are saying that, or
Yes.
is that the?
Well, I mean, it's a street interview, so it's not like you can.
mean, it's a small sample, yeah.
The sample pool is too small, and it is really hard to extrapolate. But they did go to Tokyo, the most like populated and dense area.
By white people?
By white, actually, it's true. The most white people are in Tokyo, for real.
They only asked white people on the street.
Oh my god, that would have been actually brilliant.
What do you think? I'm offended by
So
it.
angry. That's why I'm here in Japan right now to protest, is what I expected.
Right, my Japanese brother?
Does this-
speak not to me?
Oni-chan, wait, is this okay that it darkened?
It should be fine. Why did it turn off? I don't understand. Oh yeah, it's totally fine. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
good.
You might have to keep like touching it with your foot.
That'll be funny.
Oops.
By the way, we heeded your pleas we removed the Focusrite Scarlet mixer from the picture because
It is blinky.
it had that blinky light that everybody was really pissed at.
We're sorry.
Speaking
It
of
must
which,
have been annoying.
Everybody's really pissed at Sugar Pine 7 for the videos we did with Rooster Teeth. Not really pissed, but people that don't know us or don't like us in general couldn't get a better image of us after our On the Spot episode.
Okay. I thought you meant people were mad at your videos, but no, they're mad at the On the Spot video.
No, they're mad at the on the spot video and that we were on it, which is deserved, I'd say. It makes sense. I mean, we went into it knowing that it was going to be very divisive. We didn't think it was going to be more divisive than the Cow Chop episode, but they also had, I guess,
John was hosting it.
they had Lawrence and, was it Bruce or Adam? It was Lawrence and Adam that were on it, and they were mad at Cow Chop, I think. Even though Lawrence was the one that was coughing the whole time, but he had a right to cough. He was so sick.
So very sick.
Yeah.
Poor boy. I thought, well, you had to host it, right? Which is kind of, that's kind of throwing you into water.
Yeah, you know what? It was and I still think so. I think it's a fun concept to have somebody else host your show.
Once in a while.
I knew what I was getting into.
Yeah,
I knew that people were gonna be like, man,
Who this guy?
that is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like I knew that going in, and I still did it. But I think my big mistake was getting so drunk beforehand, before doing it.
But that's the point of the show.
Do people drink on the show normally?
I think people get drunk before the show. That's the whole point, isn't it? Like to loosen up so that the improv kind of comes at a different pace.
So I wasn't really doing it to loosen up.
You were doing it
I
to
was
get
doing
drunk.
I was doing it because I just thought it would be a funny bit to be really drunk on any show. For some reason, I just think like a really inebriated person doing anything is just so stupid and so funny.
I
But
agree. Wait, how drunk were you?
I was pretty drunk during it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You didn't slur though.
Oh, maybe I wasn't that drunk, but I was past the point where it was just out of like where you get put in a comfort zone, because there's like a drunk where you're like, I'm kind of tired, feeling it.
Yeah.
And I was definitely in the latter.
Oh, you're in the flood in the storm?
Part of me is very curious what the reception would have been like if it was Kib or James by themselves, me not as a host, or me with either Kib or James and John was the host. I'm interested to know like if the reception would have been the same, still like, guys, get off the fucking set. Because I imagine we would have done more games. I think that was the issue that people had, is that we talked too much and we didn't get to the games.
You ended up not playing what it was. But I think it would have been very, very different if just simply you weren't the host. Like I feel like that's kind of, it's a completely different show then, right? Like if you play somebody else as a guest host. So
Yeah.
you're already kind of set in a weird place.
Yeah.
And
I think it's a fun one-off episode, though.
everyone was drunk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I'm very aware that it's James Willem's dream to host that show. And I imagine, if you've ever seen anything with him, he's like able to respond to everything with wit and like,
Charm.
imagination, charm beyond your wildest dreams.
I mean, look at his eyes.
I feel so bad. Oh, yeah, they're
They're
perfect.
Did you just point at your hat to show me that his eyes are
No,
blue?
I scratched a part of my head because it felt bad.
Oh.
I'm so excited not to have pops anymore with the new mics that we're getting. We
We got expensive ones.
spent too much on them.
It's okay. Boys Only Club and Sugar Pine 7 went 50-50 split skis on this.
Yeah, and we're going to use them for the Sugar Pine 7 podcast too, so it works out.
Yes.
But I feel bad because I hope James still gets a chance to host on the spot sometime.
He will. Of course, I think.
When are you
Maybe
going
not
to-
now. Maybe not anymore.
Oh yeah,
'cause
they
of
never
this.
have another host. Oh, and it gets canceled, so
It's
he never
your
gets a chance.
fault. Yeah.
Man, that would suck. But to everyone who was like, "Hey, this was a fun episode," thanks.
That's so nice of you.
I also, when's the next time you're going to RTX or Austin?
I don't know. It won't be so when I get back from Japan.
Because we have to shoot Always Open, right? Eventually.
Yes, I really want to do
I
that.
think Barbara's booked up for a little while too, so it makes
Good.
sense to probably do it. How long are you going
excellent.
to be in Japan again? You're leaving July 30th?
I'm leaving July 30th, and I'm returning on August 24th.
Cool, so we'll shoot Always Open after that. Probably we can just set it up.
Sounds about right.
But I did some interesting things in Austin.
What are some interesting things you did in
Drove
Austin?
Bernie's Tesla.
Nice. Was it nicer than your car?
It was faster.
What? Really?
Yeah, Teslas have, I mean, the P85D and the P90D and the P100D have insane 0 to 60s. I think the P85 is 3.2 or 3.5 seconds. And my car's 3.9.
Oh.
So the only issue I had with it is that you don't it doesn't feel, it's not a driver's car. It's not built to be a driver's car. So when you feel that speed, it's also just a continuous amount the entire time. I love the feeling of a car
Accelerating.
because it has like, because it's very mechanical.
Yeah, you can
and
feel the gear shifting, basically.
You feel like you have control over it.
That's why you want
know?
it. Oh, I see. So it's an entirely electric car. That has nothing to do with it. It's just a luxury car.
It
then,
has,
right?
it has everything to do with it. The fact that it's entirely electric. We tested out the autonomous feature on it.
Oh my God, what is that? It drives itself?
Drives itself.
What?
It was better than I thought it was going to be. Still scary. You have to touch the wheel more often than you'd expect.
I was going to say, you know how on like general cruise control, all you have to do is like either go faster or slower by a hair and it immediately goes back to your manual mode? It's not like that. You have to like really
You just have to touch the wheel and it'll go back to
manual.
that mode. So
Interesting.
I think it's because it's in a weird legal space where I don't know if it's illegal to go in fully autonomous mode or if it's...
Well, I think if you're in the driver's seat babysitting it, you're totally fine because that's how they tested all of the self-driving Ubers in San Francisco. And
have you taken one of those?
no, I haven't, but I drove past like 3 of them when I was in San Francisco.
Have
and
there
it was
been
actually
any
a little
crashes
bit
of
scary.
those?
No, but I was next to the building of there was this angry taxi driver that took a dashboard cam video of a autonomous like Uber that went through a red light, and it trended for like a second, but like I was like literally in the building next to that.
It must have been at like the worst time. It couldn't stop or it couldn't go past. So how does an autonomous car
Well,
run a red? How does that even happen?
I actually have no idea. I feel like that's obviously a testament to how much it's not going to work out yet. But I did see a self-driving Uber car. There's a driver in it, so he's babysitting it. Oh no! Don't pull down your pants.
I have an itch right above my penis. Not above my penis. It's towards my thigh.
Ew. So right next to your balls, like to the neighbor.
No, actually, it's like oh my god! Is that
Why
a rash?
is it red? Did you get bit by a
Oh yeah.
spider?
Oh, probably got bit in Austin.
Oh god.
That makes sense. Mosquitoes are terrible there. So sorry, you were saying
they're really
about
bad there.
self-driving Uber.
He tried to merge into our lane and then realized that there were too many people, so they couldn't. And instead, they found the bus lane and went down the bus lane.
And this is the self-driving car?
Yeah, and that's technically illegal because that's a bus
Why
lane.
is it a he?
Oh, I don't know. Well, the babysitting driver was a dude, so I guess like maybe that's why.
And it went into a bus lane.
It went into bus lane after realizing it can't merge into the all cars lane, and it rode the whole way down.
Did it get a ticket?
No, it just left after a while.
So I imagine that the driver gets picked up for that then.
I mean, probably. Like you have to be responsible. Somebody has to be responsible, right? Like.
So, but what happens when it's a fully? I mean, the company would be responsible for that then.
Yeah.
So that means
they're definitely not ready. They're not ready.
What happens when? Okay, so say a company like Uber has fully autonomous cars.
Yeah.
They amass a group of tickets. Does Uber get points on its company license? Like, how does that happen? Like, what happens with that?
Well, I feel like it's just straight up a lawsuit at that point. No.
A class action lawsuit for?
I mean, if they have enough people that are willing to lawyer up for that cause,
And what does a cop do when it pulls an autonomous car over that there's no driver in it?
Oh, well, I mean, I guess, I see what you mean. I see. Because I was thinking once they get into an accident, obviously there's another victim involved. But if they just do something, if they just have like a traffic issue and a cop pulls, I don't know what happens. You're right. They get
Ma'am, I need
strikes.
you to. Oh, that's just that's just a seat.
It's just a car.
Looked exactly like a headdress.
What would happen if there's a passenger in it?
Yeah, did they just get ticketed anyway?
They did nothing wrong.
The cop immediately thinks that they went to the back seat.
Wait, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. That's what would happen.
Oh my god, I wonder if that's ever going to happen.
I don't like this future. It's really complicated and stupid.
When is the first Uber murder movie going to come out?
Uber
It probably already did.
Uber. Damn it, there's no way to make it work.
So many people hate Uber.
Well, yeah, they're bad. Like as a company, morally.
Oh, they have a long laundry list of things they've done wrong, I think, right?
They did it wrong publicly, which is what their problem is. Like if they just never ever took a stance or anything, I think they'd just be in the clear. Because it's not like every company can't be faulted for anything. Like,
do you fault a company for what the CEO believes in? Chick-fil-A?
that's so tough. I still eat at Chick-fil-A. I tried so hard to not eat at Chick-fil-A. It's so hard. It's delicious.
Yeah, I eat it and I think about the employees who don't believe in that.
Every time I go to their drive-thru, I think about it. And I'm like, am I doing something bad right now? I do feel it.
But that makes it taste so much better.
Oh my God, I love sin. It tastes so good. Oh, speaking of, wait, I want you to go back to your Austin story.
Oh yeah,
but
I
real
said
quick.
nothing I did there.
I know. Real quick though. I watched What the Health, the Netflix documentary about like veganism and stuff, and how like processed meats and actually all meats are like giving you cancer and like fucking with your bodies and stuff, and you can actually reverse and heal your body just by going to plant-based foods. Now, it's very preachy because it's like a vegan documentary.
Yeah, I mean, I've had people who are vegan tell me, yeah, I do it. That doesn't change like how I feel though.
Oh, they can't fly or like read your thoughts or
they
anything?
can't fly. They don't even feel different like health-wise. But what were you going to say?
I was going to say it was a really convincing documentary, and I enjoyed it because I thought it was done really well. And the guy that did it, I'm so shitty for not knowing his name, but like he was just the right amount of invested himself and like kind of green to this, like not maybe, I mean, obviously he makes documentaries, but like I liked the way he approached it because it was very like everyone level. It was very pure level instead of like somebody who's a super pro at documentaries and like is really good at like interrogating people and questioning them.
So how does that make him better if it's not somebody that's good at questioning?
Because it's questions that we would ask as like regular people that don't know everything about it.
So it's like BuzzFeed questions.
Actually, yeah, I know that sounds really stupid,
No, I
but
mean
like
BuzzFeed knows exactly what they're doing.
that's what I mean. Like I clearly tuned in because the questions he asked were not more finessed than my questions. Like he asked exactly what I was thinking, and I really enjoyed that.
Like what did he ask? If you are able to remember any examples?
Well, he would go to, for example, like the American Cancer Association, and they have this entire page on their website that's dedicated to healthy meal plans for like like nutritious whatever, yada yada.
And he'd ask people like what type of cancer they had.
Well, it's horrible. No, it just basically the whole point of it was there was a whole menu about like using red meat, and red meat is very like clearly proven to exacerbate types of cancers.
Really?
Yeah, and you're like the iron coming from it is not really good for you, and you're not supposed to process that type of heavy meat when you have certain types of cancers. Anyway,
It also gives you acne.
it does give you acne, and it makes your stinkies smell more stinky.
Man, that doesn't stop me though. I swear to God, I love red meat so much.
I know, and it makes it yellow too, I think. It makes your sweat yellow and stinky. But anyway, so what he did was he asked a spokesperson about like why they would have menus and like nutrition things that kind of don't really promote the correct information.
Yeah.
And the guy flipped out. The American Cancer Association like guy, the representative, like freaked out on him and canceled the interview. But like
Wait, sorry, what did he ask?
he asked, like, why are those nutrition menus on there? Like, those don't promote real healthy eating, and in fact, it might exacerbate some cancers, and there are studies linked to it. So he said that to him, and the guy was like, this interview's over. We can't talk about nutrition.
So
Literally, that's what happened.
the nutritionist, was it a nutritionist or
no,
was it
he's a spokesperson for the American Cancer Association.
So they're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Why would they want to do wrong? What's the point?
Well-
are they uninformed?
No.
Do they have something to gain?
Well, I don't want to spoil the whole documentary because
Nobody's
going to
watch it.
It's good. It's
Okay,
a good
fine.
documentary.
But clearly there's something going on that's amiss.
If you look deep into it and look at all of its like equity ties and stuff, the American Cancer Association is sponsored and funded by things like Oscar Mayer and other like meat companies, processed meat companies like Kraft Foods and stuff. So it's actually like why would a business ever thrive without wanting to keep them coming back? You have to keep them sick, And if it all kind of it's very like
Is
House
this
of Cards.
new information that's been recently made available to the public, or is this something that people have known for a while?
I think people have known for a while. They did reference a study that was done many, many years ago that helped reverse certain types of metastasized cancer cells just by using levels of glucose that are found in rice and sugar. And, people always talk about how like sugar is bad for you and that's what causes diabetes. It's actually like meat and stuff that's
This isn't
going
going to stop me, honestly. I'm going to keep eating meat. My grandma ate hot dogs up into her late 65s and then she died.
65's young.
Well, I'm not planning on living past 30.
Oh, yeah. It's all downhill after
One and
30.
done.
One and done.
Is what I say.
But yeah, I'm not going to turn either, but it does make me think. Like, I like that it made me
And you like
kinda
that you've thought
nervous
for the first time in a long time?
in my life. It's
What's it like for you to
nice.
have a new thought?
It's very thoughtful.
Have you ever watched something and it's actually made you change the way that you are?
Ooh.
Have you ever read a tweet and changed the way you are? Has any tweet ever changed your mind? Has anyone ever tried to change your mind with a tweet and
Via
it was
tweet,
successful?
via
Has
powerful
anybody ever
tweet.
changed any mind with a tweet?
I don't.
I've never read a tweet that I even agreed with and was like, man, they're right. I'm going to change
I
everything
feel
about my life
differently now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had like revelations via tweets. I don't think.
Why do
I don't
people
even-
try to convince people of things? No
Because they have-
tweet has ever made somebody change.
Because
I don't think.
people are really egocentric. Not like egotistic, they're egocentric. They can only see from their, point of view.
The only time a tweet has ever not even made a difference, but made a public difference, is if a bunch of people gang up on one person who's done wrong and they make a public apology.
No.
But still, you know that they aren't a changed person.
Well, it's coming from a different place. There's always an audience to appease.
Yes.
Is it time for an ad?
Oh, yes, it is.
Now that we're back and we got that juicy ad, can you tell us about Austin?
Yes. There's only one other show that we shot that was.
Yeah.
Actually, no, there were two other shows. One was Tuesday Night Game Fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was fun. It was a fun shoot. I think that there's a little bit of work that needs to go into.
What game did you play?
We didn't play the games.
You
know what?
coached.
Elise was on the other team. We played against them
Elise.
at the very end. I don't know if that was just a first special or if that was put into the actual video.
Yeah. What
But-
game was it?
Overcooked?
Oh, right. You did tell me. Yeah, Overcooked. Oh, I like that game, although weird.
So the premise of the show is that they bring in fans.
Yeah.
And they set them up with a team. So we
Yeah.
get two people who applied and everything, and we get to meet them, and then they play the game, and the hosts coach. Or actually, we're not the hosts. We're just the coaches, like the entertainment people from the Let's Play family.
Yeah.
And then you've got Joel Heyman, and oh man, why am I forgetting his name? I forget the other person who was hosting with them.
Yeah.
So they hosted.
Nice.
And you just battle teams, and yeah, I mean it's cool. It's just the audio. It's a little tough to like hear what's going on. A lot of the time, it's a little bit jumbled. So I
yeah.
think that it's just. I mean, off the first episode, it's just something to work on.
Who won?
Not us.
Oh my God. Wait,
No,
who was it? You and who? You and...
It was me, Kib, and James.
Oh,
But
no.
we're coaches. It's not our fault.
No.
No, we it was Brianna and Ryan who were our little buddies for it.
Oh, little
so we're
baby.
gonna see them again in I think 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because we
what,
have
for
to-
revenge?
We have 3 more rounds to go in case we win.
You might win. I'm saying,
I don't know. I don't know if there's even any fucking prize.
I just want to win. What's the? Is it the same?
I just
game
want to be
every time?
reimbursed for my flight. That's all I want.
Oh no! Do you hear us? Is it a different game every time?
I don't know. I imagine who would want to see Overcooked every single
Every
round.
time? That'd be too much.
Even the final round, it's just Overcooked again and again and again. It's not
yeah.
worth it. And then we shot $1 Million Butt.
That's awesome. I'm so excited for that.
So you're surrounded in a room. So it's like the little chair and the table, and you guys are not the little chair. It's the table. Then all
It's
your
the
friends
bar
are around it.
stool.
If you've seen the episode, you know that. I mean, not to talk about again. Philip DeFranco did it. I talk about him every podcast.
Phil.
And then
Phil's daddy.
and it's usually Bernie or Gavin that are on the show that do that. But it was just me, Kib, and James.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I swear, dude, we got like the weirdest group of shows like that are normal shows that we just.
Is it because there are like 3.5 of you guys?
I don't know what the main reason was that they wanted us to just do every show differently, but I mean, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. You guys
I
are
think-
trailblazers.
Any divisive activity that promotes
That
something
one
more
weans
so
out. Oh.
that gets more traction than something else would
Yeah.
probably be better for us anyway. Albeit it would be nice if it was only in a good setting
In a
and
good
people
light.
really
only.
enjoyed what they were watching for the most part. But you pick some, you win some, you lose some, you lose all of them.
All of them.
But
It's all gone.
the $1 Million Butt was really cool.
That sounds like so much fun.
So it's us 3 on a table and surrounded by, I'd say, about 40 crew members, maybe 30 or 40. And they're all just looking at you, and you have to just say whatever comes to mind. And it was so, like,
you guys weren't prepped beforehand with the topic?
No, we came up with topics beforehand. So
Yeah.
we have some, oh, fuck.
I don't think you can reveal any of it. Just
No,
know that
no,
it's
no, it's
exciting.
topics that we didn't even bring up with them.
Oh, you
we
rejected.
knew they weren't going to make the cut. They were too offensive.
Then go, bring it on.
By the time, oh, man, I want to save it for the Sugar Pine 7 podcast.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But fuck it. So one of them was,
timeliness
Jesus
of it
Christ,
all.
dude, this is actually going to be fucked. So one of them was,
Oh my God. I'm getting nervous for you.
so you stick your penis in your partner.
Okay.
And
As you do.
And they, $1 Million Butt, you stick your penis in your partner
Yeah.
to have sex, and they forget immediately who you are. And they won't remember who you are
Oh no!
until they come.
51st rapes? Is that what it is?
It's like, how do you even get to that conclusion, though? That's how you win. is that they have to come.
And then it all comes back to you.
It's such a terrible thing. It's such a terrible like, we were all just at the table. I forget who brought it up, but everyone was just like,
you can't say it.
and then there was another one where it was
God.
how
I wouldn't do that.
well, it's still
For
recording.
$1 million, would I do it for $1 million?
I won't even know the time if this doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Oh
Sorry, I'm changing the
no, it's okay. We might.
thing back because she has her laptop on sleep mode. So
That's me. My bad.
the other one was, if you have sex with somebody, they get a year younger. So imagine
I'm perfect. For
just
that.
one more year. I swear to God, it's the last time.
Oh my! But it's every time you have sex with them.
But that would
No, that's so
people
bad.
would be coming to you all across the country, be like, man, please make my 6-year-old daughter 1 year younger because she has a terrible health issue that only happens at age 6. It's
Wait,
like,
I don't understand.
what's the greater good, you know?
Wait, I think I understood incorrectly. Every time you have sex with your partner,
They get a year younger.
Your partner gets a year younger.
No, it's anybody.
Anybody?
Anybody. You have sex with anybody, they get a year younger.
Oh yeah. The person you have sex with gets a year
Yeah.
younger. Yeah, I can't be banging. That's so icky. No, never. That's a never. Nobody
you
would
wouldn't do-
ever. No.
You would get
never.
$1 million, and people who are, I mean, that you don't obviously have sex with anybody that's of, but what happens if you had sex with someone that was 18 and then when
You bang them?
when it's done, they're 17 then?
That's what I'm saying.
Is that illegal?
Y-
Because it happened.
in this special universe, is this legal? I don't know.
This is the Steven Suptic special universe where we answer questions like these.
All the time, incessantly. Yeah, it's probably illegal. I think when they hit 18, you have to stop fucking them.
Yeah, but I mean,
And that's when you get paid out.
yeah, but you're done fucking before they're 17. No, actually, the time that, because no, you'd probably still.
Yeah, you still can't. The moment they go from 19 to 18, you got to stop. 19's the last time you get to fuck them.
Well, I think we can change that.
In the special universe of Steven Suptic?
Yeah, we'll change the legality of American courts.
Sure.
Thank you so much for actually
Yeah,
hearing me out. So these
course.
are the ones we didn't bring up with Rooster Teeth.
Good. I'm glad you did not bring him up. I'm really proud of you. That must have been really hard. Actually, did
they
you
were
bring it up
funnier
and
in
they
person.
rejected you? They rejected you
we,
on
we
the spot?
briefly brought them up to Blaine.
Oh.
And Blaine was like, all right. So we're gonna do
That's it?
No,
That's
no, he played along better,
Yeah.
even if he was uncomfortable. We did. I'm not gonna spoil which ones
I know,
we did, but
it's hard to talk
we
about it.
Basically riffed for like 30 minutes, and they're shooting on like 4 red cameras, so we're using up that much footage, and we couldn't stop laughing for so much of it. So I really hope they do I should pitch this to them, $1 million bloopers.
$1 million.
I don't know if they do that already, but if they don't, I mean,
It'd be great.
give the footage to me then because I'll use it for something. I could like.
That's making me thirsty. Why?
So, I know we did an okay job. I couldn't see a lot of people in the room because they were further in the back.
Yeah.
But the script supervisor had his headphones on. He had to write down everything to make like sense of it all.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah.
like doing this the entire time. He was like,
Oh, that's a good sign.
so I think that's a good sign.
That's a very good sign.
I don't know how it'll be cut with like their intention of how the show runs, but they're very short shows.
Yeah, and you guys are going to have to act it out. So you guys have to go down again.
Oh yeah, we have to go back again.
That's
and act out
so.
the rest.
I think that's so funny. I love that.
That's the show I think I'm most excited to see. Not that On the Spot wasn't really dope. That was really fun.
Yeah, it was just really different.
I'd love to compete in On the Spot just as a guest, you know? The
Yeah.
host was cool. It was cool to do the host because, I mean, I even made a joke about it in one of my videos, like, at least I'm not the host of On the Spot with John Reisinger. And I think that's probably one of the main reasons that it...
That's why he did it to you. He did it to you like it's an attack.
A lot of the criticism that we're receiving is that SB7 humor doesn't exactly match anyone else's videos because you can't like translate that over because we have quick cuts.
Yeah.
The
It
bits
doesn't.
are all
The live thing aspect doesn't work with it. I guess.
So we're really trying to figure out like, and we even had a conversation with Bernie about this, how to keep like that. I don't really know who Andy Kaufman is, but he's like, there's some Andy Kaufman aspect to this, and you have to pick and choose wisely, like what works when you collaborate or something to make sure that you keep that thing that makes it all work.
Yeah, like you know what works on camera translated with the cuts, with the VOs, with the subtitles and stuff like that, but then what works live or what works outside or what works like with these people.
So every decision that I make now for what we're going to do, besides the stuff that we're already indebted to, has to be based around like, does this further our brand and fit with like who we are as people? Because You can't just say yes to everything when it comes down to it.
No, you really can't. And that's really hard
It's a shame because I love doing everything. I love trying it out at least.
And in general, isn't it just kind of hard to say no to people? Like, I find it really, I say yes
No,
to
I
everyone.
am very good at saying no to
Yeah?
anyone. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's why I am able to like maybe run a business. I don't know, because I just can immediately just be an asshole.
I guess so.
Not an
I feel
asshole, but
like-
I can be
Yeah,
stern.
you're definitely not an asshole. Like, for sure you're not. But I feel like you're still a people pleaser, though. Which, you know what? You're probably calculating it, though, are you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think the reason that anybody does
Oh, this is
any
so
of
worth it, so yes.
anything that we do
Yeah.
is because you have that overbearing sense like, I want everybody to like me.
Yeah.
I need attention. I want everybody to like me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because
I
that's the
do-
reason you want attention, is because everybody will like you. So I think when I say yes to things, or when I say no to things, obviously there's part of me that's like, but I want them to like me. But then I've slowly grown over time to be able to say no because I know it's for the greater good.
For me, it's not so much I don't want them to dislike me. It's more like I don't want to disappoint them and I don't want them to think I can't do it.
Oh,
That's where I'm
because you
coming
had
from.
strict parents.
Yeah, actually. Well,
That's totally why.
probably. My mom was really, really strict, actually. She really loosened up like immediately after
Yuck.
I went to college. But why do you do that? That's my mama.
She's very nice.
She's very nice. She's a sugar plum fairy. She's Moomin. Anyway, that's okay that you don't know what Moomin is.
Speak not of that.
It's fine. But I guess that's
How
what it is.
Oriental of you.
It's so the most Oriental I can get.
Should we title this, Is Oriental Offensive?
Of course, that's the title. I was just already thinking about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I was gonna caps Oriental and everything. Yeah.
That's so perfect. Thank you, Ian, for that topic,
Thank you.
by the way.
Very important.
That's so interesting that it's not based in anything offensive, and it's people that are, I mean, obviously, this is one article that said that. We don't know
Yeah.
for sure. We'll have to do more research. but-
Maybe I should go ask a bunch of my Asian friends. I don't want to call any of my Asian friends. They're gonna get mad.
I'll call Fareed.
Will he be a good?
Well, he'll answer. That's the most important part. So we're calling right now Fareed, our connect with Rooster Teeth.
Here,
With
I'm just gonna
emphasis.
tweet it then instead. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
all my yellow friends.
Or white friends or anybody. Well, actually, yeah. Only
All my
Asian
yellow
people.
friends.
Is that bad to say only Asian people respond to this?
I think it's okay if I say it. To all my yellow brothers. Oh God, I can't type with one stupid
Oh, wait, I'll call Kenny.
stubby hand.
I'll call Kenny.
Okay, call Kenny.
Okay, so Kenny was a motion graphics artist at SourceFed. He has a cool last name. It's the model of the Pagani. This is the first time I've talked to Kenny in a little while, so this is going to be a terrible way to
Oh, I
go back
saw
in
it.
his life.
I've spoken to him. He was at Audrey's party with me.
Oh, I missed Audrey's party.
Yeah, I know.
Is that a
You're busy at a wedding.
Kenny, answer, you son of a bitch. Kenny, what else are you doing? Kenny, come on. Are you fucking kidding me, Kenny? Oh, you are. Why is everybody so busy?
Can I
It's-
tweet it from the Boys Only Club Twitter?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna do that.
Oh my God, Kenny, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Kenny.
Please leave your message.
No, we need to find somebody. We need to find. Oh wait, Ricky. Ricky's half Japanese, right?
He's the fourth Japanese.
Perfect. He's the perfect man. Ricky, 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 come on, answer the phone. Ricky, Ricky. God damn it. Answer the call. It's hey, Ricky.
What up, a million subscribers?
Ricky!
Thank you, by the way. You're on the podcast right now. You're on the Boys Only Club podcast.
Welcome to the Boys Only Club podcast.
Am I for real on the podcast
Yes.
right now?
Yes,
Yes.
honey boy. And we have a question for you.
Raina Scully, my love.
That's right, baby.
Scully, my love.
We went to a love hotel together.
Yuck. Hey, Ricky.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a semi-divisive issue right now, and we wanted to get your take on it because you're 1/4 Japanese. Are you ready?
Oh, I thought it was about to be a black thing.
No. It's
We'll
actually-
do the black thing later.
Yeah, we'll do the black thing later, but this
You're
isn't.
a real Japanese person sitting right next to you.
No,
Yeah.
no. I'm no good. I'm no good.
She's also told her take on it, so I wanted to get yours.
I'm also probably wrong.
Are you ready?
All right. Yeah, let's hear it. What is it?
The word Oriental, is it offensive?
In general, yes. To me, no. Because don't.
Because nope.
Do people still refer to the region as the Orient? No, they don't, right?
But does an outdated term make it offensive?
To some people and to some groups. If I I called you the N-word right now, you may or may not be offended. If you flip that on me, yes.
So you're just talking about the idea of people in general being offended by something. It's not if it's actually offensive or not.
Anything can be offensive.
Oh.
In history, and I could say you have a small dick, and you could be very offended by that. But
That's
we're not
fair.
wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's possible, but also there's
It's a
just
matter of perspective. Explain what you want. Explain yourself better.
no. I mean, we researched the word a little bit. We read an article. I guess we didn't research, but she seemed very versed on the subject, and she mentioned that there's no historical. The only reason that people find it offensive, and it's mostly white people. She said it's mostly her Caucasian friends that find it offensive because she works in the Oriental drug industry or whatever it's called. I forget exactly what it is, but
That sounds dope and very black market.
No. It's a commonplace word for whatever it is. It's for her industry. And she mentions that the only people really trying to change the subject or change the term are white people. And it's because they deem it offensive because it is derogatory. I mean, because it's what did she say exactly? She didn't.
But white people do that sometimes. They'll just get offended on behalf of other people.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
So that's exactly what we were thinking, and that's why we.
You have white man's guilt. So is that what you're saying? Well, I think that's very interesting because I didn't know that. I thought the term was. I guess that's what gave me pause because I'm like, I think it's offensive.
Yeah, see, no,
Yeah.
that's exactly what the article said.
That's exactly it.
She said that that everybody just thinks it's offensive because of just preconceived notions, right?
Incorrect preconceived
It
notions.
really is white people. Then I can buy that then, based on not having done research.
Wow, Ricky, it just sounds like you hate white people. Well, thanks for calling. Well, thank you for calling. All right, later, dude.
See you, dude.
So I guess easily we got to the same conclusion.
Yeah.
Oriental is not offensive.
No, it's not. Oh, wait, actually, let's see. I just tweeted it from Boys Only Club, and let's see all the hate that we're about to get.
Man, I gotta pee so bad.
I know. We'll do it quick. Wait,
This
how
was
much?
a fun podcast. I like this one a
enjoy
lot.
this one so much. Pretty sure, but do you, Steve? Nah,
Pretty sure. See, that's the thing.
Pretty
Nobody
sure.
knows.
I know. Wait, these responses are pretty interesting. Rugs and furniture are Oriental. Humans are not. Oh.
But why?
Why?
I feel like that's wrong.
Why? Is that like saying, like, this food is Asian, but I am not? You know what I mean? Like Asian food? Like, I don't know. No, that was a bad example. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. That was dumb. I didn't get
Yeah,
it.
I tried to figure that out.
I couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
No, but I don't
My
think I
bad.
don't think she's right because I think it's just an outdated term. Maybe that's just it. So maybe it's not offensive when people use it. You should just.
But can I describe, then can I say, I want Oriental food tonight? That sounds weird.
It sounds weird because of incorrect preconceived notions. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see. I'm Italian, but I say, unless you're talking about yourself, a rug or type of food, I'd say, yeah, not the best. That's from
But
Danny.
why? Did you ask why? You didn't ask why. You just said, is it offensive?
Yeah.
Well, we'll never know then.
Wait.
I guess you're going to have to find out on
Why?
our Twitter because we're going to ask why now so you can see everybody's responses. So Raina's going to type, but why, and answer why it's offensive. So get excited for that. I'm sure the responses will be very interesting. I'd love to hear
wanna
everybody's opinion on why that word is offensive. Thank you guys. for
All I
watching.
wrote was, but why? We just want to learn, and I didn't explain shit again.
Jesus, Raina.
Wait,
well,
I see why people find it offensive, but I'm not Asian, so IDK. I'm not Asian. I would never refer to a person as an Oriental. When you guys
but I thought
say,
you asked only for your yellow friends to respond.
oh shit. Well, I mean, it's on boys. Okay, only yellow friends. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, don't do the yellow friends
I can't
thing.
do the yellow friends
terrible,
anymore.
Terrible thing. So, thank you guys all for watching.
I loved this episode.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it very much.
Oh, I don't think I liked it.